Hello and welcome to this tutorial video. In this video we're going to be showing you how to adjust your appearance on your website, how to tweak the theme, how to adjust colors, fonts, things like that, and as well as how to adjust items in the menu on your theme and kind of take you in a little bit deeper beyond the BRN web page builder system. We're going to take you back in and show you how the nuts and bolts work in the back end of the site. So, and once again, let us know if you have any questions on anything that you might run across. So once you log into your website, you're going to immediately be brought into the dashboard on your site. Once you're there, you're going to see a tab here called Appearance. You're going to see three things there: Customize, Widgets, and Menus. And if you want to customize anything on the theme itself, go ahead and click Customize. And this is going to let you adjust anything about the look of your website. We have already given you some predefined presets here. You can click this down, and you can choose different predefined presets that might be in here, different styles, different things like that. And basically, the preset is what it's going to do is it's going to adjust the header. It's going to adjust what's behind the navigation, the footer links, so on and so forth. It's going to adjust all that for you. But there are all kinds down through here that you can choose on. See what works good with you. Now, if you choose any of these, you can come back at any time and you can change the colors. So you aren't locked into these colors, but this is kind of the style you're looking at. What kind of layout do I want? That kind of thing. We're going to X out of this and leave this page because I don't want to save that. We're going to come back into Customize again. And then we're back to where we were before. And obviously you can see on this particular site, we have the header and the footer and it's together. When you start putting content on the site, that'll fill that out for you and that'll be in between. This kind of gives you a live preview here. So presets, you can change any different look that you want, any layout that you want. Under General, you can control the entire layout. Do you want it full width or boxed? So if you want the site to go boxed, you can do that as well, and it can be more of a box inside of the page. Obviously, nowadays most people preferring full width. It's kind of up to you, whatever you prefer. Full width will take everything the full width of the monitor. You can adjust the background. You can adjust the background color. You can also assign a background image. You can adjust the repeating and things like that. Still here under here, you can also adjust the accent color. For this particular site, we made the purple match the purple that was in the logo. So you can adjust the accent color, change it to anything you would like, and immediately you're going to notice certain things are going to change about the accent color. You can also adjust the heading colors for the fonts, the different type of fonts that are here. For the heading, for H1, H2, H3, H4, these fonts are selectable inside of the text editor. So this is where you would change the font families. And you can do the same thing. You can choose from any fonts that you would like here inside of our font library for the text as well. So the text area, or the heading text, you would choose that under General. So General, we can control layout, we can control background, we can adjust accent color, headings, and text under the General settings. From there, we can also go to Header, and then Header, we can adjust the top bar layout. There's a very top bar layout here on the top of your website. If you want to use it, you can. You're going to see Choose Menu on the top. You can have items on the left, on the right. You can have text here. So if you want to put Welcome, you can do that. You can also have the top bar number 2 be a certain menu that you've created over in the menu section. So there could be a menu up there. I want to show you how to do that in a little bit. You can just create a menu, call it Header Menu, and you can have Contact Us, follow us on social media. You can add menu and social icons. You can add text and social icons, or just social icons themselves. And if you choose that, in a minute I want to show you where to add your Facebook link and all of that, and it'll immediately tie your Facebook link to that top bar header. Okay, so that's the top bar. You can use that if you would like, one column or two columns. If it's set to none, there's not going to be a top bar on the site. You can adjust the top bar background as well. It can have maybe a light gray to it, or a purple to it, or blue, whatever you would like. And so that's the top bar. And moving away on down here, we have the header layout. Now this is kind of fun. This is where the logo would be located, is in the header. The top bar is above it. Then we come down to our logo. And once we're at our logo, we can say, hey, we want the navigation to be centered. We want the navigation to be on the right. And you can totally rearrange how this top bar works. We want the navigation to be on the bottom. And you can also arrange that, so you can choose whatever you like, or you can make the navigation centered, which will center the logo and center the navigation. So this kind of gives you 3 different looks. Navigation can be on the bottom, it can be over on the right, or it can be in the very bottom. If it's centered or on the bottom, it's going to place it in a navigation bar, and I'm going to show you how we can change that as well. And you can show a fixed header as the page is scrolled, so that becomes very, very beneficial for you if you want the fixed header to be there. I'll show you on a sample site here what the fixed header would look like. You can also have the navigation search icon on or off. If you want to add a search feature to the site, you can do that way. We'll come back to the sticky header in just a minute. So this is the header layout here for you. Header background, you can also adjust what background is back in here behind of it. Default is same as content. Header logo is where you'd actually upload your logo. You can do it as text if you want, or logo. And you can put your logo directly in here. Typically it's good to make sure the logo is no bigger than 350 to 400 pixels wide. So if you are putting a logo here, make sure it's not a huge file, but pull it into Photoshop or pull it into any kind of editor that you might have. Save it as 350 to 400 wide, and then it'll fit nicely in there in any browser that might be there. And if you have questions, you can shoot us your logo over. We can do it for you and put it up there for you. You can change this image as well by clicking the Change Image button. Drop your new files into here, and you can upload a new logo anytime you want to into the header area. Navigation background here, you can change what kind of background you would like. We've selected our color purple here. We actually copied the code for the color, pasted it in here so it would match. You can turn on a gradient on the bar if you would like. It's up to you if you want a bit of a gradient or if you want a more of a flat look. You can choose which one you would like to work with there. Navigation text, which is pretty cool. You can make it bigger if you would like. So if we want to change the font of this navigation, we can do that. We can choose its weight. We can also choose, do we want it in uppercase, lowercase, so on and so forth. We can choose that here. We can also choose the font size. If we want to make it bigger or smaller, we can do that as well. So that is the header area, and that has to do with everything with the navigation above. And then we get to our content area. This is what is behind our text. So our content background for the text, we can choose that. We can choose the blog information. If we have a blog on here, we can edit that. Archives, posts. We're not, if you were using WooCommerce for an e-commerce system, we can build that into your site. So let us know if that's the case. We can build that in for you. So if you're an e-commerce client with us and you want to sell items on your website, we can obviously help you customize that, as well as Lightbox that's enabled by default. That's got to do with the content. The footer, you can also come into the footer and you can adjust. Hey, I want the footer widgets to be on all pages. Here's what I want the background to be. Here's what I want the footer, if I want it 1 column or 2 columns. Maybe you want a phone number and an email here. Have some copyright information there. You can adjust that under footer layout. And then also footer background. You can have you can come in here and totally choose whatever color you would like to put behind your footer that easily, and it'll go in there for you. We're going to make our footer white for this particular site. Okay, so that's the footer. Widgets. I'm going to show you more about widgets in another window, but you can actually add widgets in here if you wish. Code and settings, you're not really going to be doing anything under those. Settings, you will be a little bit. We have a feature here called social links. And you can actually put in your Facebook link, your Twitter link, your Google Plus link, LinkedIn, all of these good little fun social media outlets. You might be using Instagram. If you have an RSS feed, or if you want to send it to an email, just put the links in here, whether it's for YouTube or Pinterest, Facebook. Copy and paste your links in here. Now let me remind you, make for sure that you don't copy the administration link with your website. You want to make sure you're logged out of Facebook whenever you come and you copy the page link. just make for sure that you're logged out and you're not logged in. This would be my page here for a web company. You can see, and I'm not logged in, so I can safely copy this URL right here and paste it into the social areas for Facebook and Twitter and things like that. Now, you can choose it from monochrome to branded. What that means is, hey, I want all my social icons to match the feel of my site, the accent feel of my site. That's what they're going to match. Or you can say, hey, I want them to be the actual branded color. So it would be Facebook's color, Twitter's color, Google Plus's color, etc. It would be the branded color of the particular social media outlet. So that's what you would do under settings, okay? Now, whenever you're done with all of your settings, all you have to do is click Save and Publish, and that will save it for you. If you don't want to, hit the little X and click Leave Page, and then those appearance settings will not be saved. So that's how you get in and adjust the header, the content area, the footer of the site. You can add your logo there. You can adjust all the colors and all the fonts under Customize. We made it simpler for you than what we have in the past. We're going to keep bringing out new features in this and adding new templates and new themes in there for you. And we'll be letting you know as we do that, hey, we have a new theme. It's inside of your system now. So that's where everything will be. If you need a custom theme developed, we can and we'll do that for you as well. Let us know. We can give you a quote on that if you would like something custom, or if there's something you've seen elsewhere that you would like branded and brought into the header and the footer area. We can do that. Just let me know. And we'd love to help you with that. Widgets, once again, are a number of tools you can use. If you have a sidebar, like say on a blog or something like that, you can add different widgets in there. Maybe there's a search widget, a text widget. Inside of a text widget, you can also add HTML code. So if you want to drag and drop that up here, we could call this have a live on air widget, and then we can paste our code in here, and then that will be saved in that sidebar on any page that has that. Okay, it's a primary sidebar, and that's what shows up on the pages. There is also footer widgets. Now that goes above the copyright information, so above that very footer bar you can have additional widgets, and that's where you would add them. You can do 1 column, 2 columns, you can do up to 4 columns there above the footer if you would like to, and you can just add text there. You can do whatever you would like. Now you can also do that back in the Customize area as well. And then under menus would be the other item here under appearance. This is wherever you want to edit the menus on your website. So I want to come here and visit my site. Right now we've got one menu, Home, About, and Contact. Pretty simple. But you're saying, hey, I want to add another button to this page, to the navigation. So we'll come back to our dashboard. Obviously, first we'd have to create the page. So let's go ahead and just add a new page. And what we're going to do is we're going to call this our Listen page. Just call it Listen Live. Okay. And we're going to go and click Publish. In just a moment, it's going to be published. And then obviously we can view the page. Here's the page. Not a lot fancy going on here yet. We'll get back to that. So now we want to add that Listen Live up in our menu. So if we come to Dashboard again, we can come down to Appearance and to Menus. And then inside of our menu here, you're going to see we have a menu name called Main Menu. This is the main menu on the website. We can create another menu if we want to. If we want to create a header menu or a footer menu, we can do that. But let's go ahead and add the Listen Live page to this menu. So just check mark the pages you want to add. Click Add to Menu. It's going to go ahead and bring it over here for us, and then we're going to be able to rearrange this. Home, About, Listen Live, Contact. We can click a drop-down button, and we can change, you know what, I want it to be, I want it to be Listen Live number 1, or whatever we want it to be. We can change that around. We can also remove this button by clicking the Remove as well. So we're going to go ahead and click Save Menu. Okay, we come back to the website now, Visit Site. We're going to see, we have a Listen Live page now, right there for us. Okay, and you remember I was telling you about the sticky header earlier? This side here is a sticky header on it. Okay, here's a website that we have for a church. As you scroll down, the header will stay with you the entire way that you scroll down the website. Here's Visit, Connect, and Contact Us. So the header stays with us for the entire website. As you scroll down, people do not lose the nice header that's in the top. And that is enabled by default for you to be on the site ready to go. So how you adjust your menu, you can go to dashboard. If you're on the site, you can easily come and click menus here as well. And that brings us back into the menu area where you can rearrange, drag and drop as well. And you can click save menu at any time. If we want to create a new menu, we can by clicking create new menu. We can call this a header menu. Okay, just click the create menu button. Then in the header menu, we can say, we want to go ahead and add contact to that menu structure. It's going to add it. We click save, and then that menu will be there for us. Okay, and we can use it if we want to. If we want to use this menu inside of our theme, come back to customize. And then once we're back inside of customize, run over to header real quick, run to top bar layout. And let's look down through here. We'll go ahead and add a one column top bar layout for us. And we'll go ahead, let's add a 2 column for fun. And then we have a place for a menu here, so we can choose what kind of menu do we want. There's our menu. Go ahead and click save and publish. Okay, and it's going to go ahead and put our menu up there. So what we have to do is we have to assign this menu to the top bar menu. Okay, every time you create a menu, you can say I want it to be the header menu, I want it to be the top bar menu, or the footer menu. Those are the 3 menu locations. Go ahead and click save menu. Come back in to visit the site again, and then boom, here's our contact button, which will take us directly to our contact page. So that basically shows you under the appearance, customize widgets and menus. Feel free to make any changes that you would like. You can toggle between menus anytime. Toggle between menus, click select. And then you can add your pages here and just click save menu when you're done. That's how you get to that. Once again, you can edit all of your pages under the All Pages tab. You can edit them, you can view them, things like that. You can also trash pages. All your media is located under the Media tab. So this is your media library. You can also add new items here to your media library if you wish. You can drag and drop files into here. Contact us if you need a bigger upload than 50 megabytes. That's the default of our system. If you need something bigger, we can help you with that. Typically, we try not to put up huge files just to help the speed of things. Now, just to keep in mind, any images that you do upload to your website, if you upload a banner, if you upload JPEG images, things like that, they're going to automatically be squished down to make sure they fit the website accordingly. So we have a very special optimization tool in place in the back that if you upload a full resolution photo at 20 megabytes per second, that's great. It's going to go ahead and dump that photo down for us, so the site will be able to load it quicker. If you're using a blog, you can look at the All Posts tab. We have a video out about how to use a blog. We'll be sending you that as well, and let us know if you need that. Now obviously, dashboard's going to give you stats, things like that of the site. And we're going to be putting more things in here for you as we launch your sites live and as we continue to build out our system. That's basically the back end. I'm going to show you how to get into the BRN web page builder, and then we've got a separate video on that we're going to be sending you. You can come to All Pages and obviously get to the BRN web page builder at any time you want to. This is the back end system. But if you're like me, I kind of like to work in the front end system where I can see what I'm doing. So in the front end system here, I can come to any page that I would like to, and let's say I want to edit the home page. I'm going to come to the home page. Now, to edit the page, we have to go to the BRN web page builder. Make for sure that you do not go to edit page. Edit page is for the back end, that we can change the page name and things like that. Otherwise, we're not going to be using the edit page because it's the back end of the site. Once we begin building the page with our BRN web page builder, if we go back to edit page and publish it from there, it's going to mess up the page and mess up what it looks like. We can always fix that, not a big deal. But just always remember, just use the BRN web page builder for adjusting the content and things like that. So go ahead and click on the BRN web page builder. Now, once that comes up, it's going to give you a list of layout templates that you can choose. Now, we're always adding to this list. We've just rolled out 3 new ones here, the bottom 3, the past couple weeks. And we're always rolling out features here and new themes. But you can choose any layout that you would like. You're going to notice there's homepage layouts, there's content page layouts, and then there's your template layouts that you've saved that you like. Hey, I got this secondary page ready. I want to save that template to use on my other secondary pages. You can do that. And this kind of takes our layout to our system to the next level of, we already showed you how to edit the overall appearance of the theme, the header, and the footer. Web design has changed a lot to where now we can really do anything we want to in the pages. So this is a home page. So let's go here to the home page button. You know what? Let's say that we just want to choose a slider that we have here. We can choose anything we would like. Let's just choose this first one called Hope. Give it just a second, and it's actually going to build this into your system. I'm going to temporarily press this X button. I'll come back to that in a minute. Now, you can see that it's already set up some things on the site for you and some basic things to work on here on the website. And the BR Web Page Builder operates in rows. So you have different rows down through here. You can see you have the row here with the photo behind it. We got a row with a bit of gray behind it. We have a row down here with three call outs here as well. And we have the footer. So the web page builder lets you edit anything you want to from the bottom of the navigation to the top of the footer. And that's how that works. Let's say we want to change up the template. Come back up to templates in the top. And let's say we want to change it out to be this particular template. We can replace it or we can append it. Append it means we can add it to the very bottom of the template. We want to go ahead and replace it. So let's click replace. It's going to take the place of this one. Now this one actually has a slideshow inside of the banner for you that you can upload a bunch of pictures to, and it will nicely slideshow through for you. You know, you can have customer testimonials here, and you can add those into through a testimonials tool. You can have social icons here. You can have a call to action here at the bottom. So we've tried to give you some tools. This will be really good for like for maybe a wedding photography group or something like that. We've deployed it in that aspect before. Just a slideshow is here for you in this row. Okay, let's go look at another template here real quickly. Take a quick look at this template and replace it. Okay, and I wanted to show you the content slider on this particular site. Okay, now this content slider, these images were made for a boxed theme and not a wide theme, but it's very easy to change to make it wide if you want to. And the content slider, once again, you can have callouts, you can move items around if you wish, however you would like, by moving the drag and drop tool. You can have maps, things like that. But the content slider here, you can adjust it to be a full width slider. So we would need to change the row and say, row, we want you to be full width, and we want the content to be full width as well. Okay. And then it's going to turn this content slider into a full width content slider. Okay. And then we can come in here to the content slider itself. And this will be very familiar if you have different slides on your website and you want each slide to do something different. Maybe you want them to link out to a page. Maybe you want them to do certain things. You can do that here. We can come and actually edit slide number 1. We can choose our photo that we want to be in the background. You can also have a video in the background. You can put a color there. So if you wanted to load a video in here, you could put the video embed code here as well. You can select a photo and just upload a photo here that you would like. You can have some text there. If you want a heading text and a body text, you can do that. You can adjust the style of this, what size you want the font to be, where you want the text position to be, and the text colors to be. You know, so a text background color, you can see we have a slight background color behind this text to be able to pull it up off that banner. Every banner also has a call to action, so you know there's a call to action button. It says get started. Okay, we can make that a button. We can make it a link. If we want to make it a button, we can. We can have a button icon. If we want to link it to something, we can put a link in here. Make sure you put the full HTTP link in, or if you press the select tool, you can come in here and you can start typing contact, and I can actually link this button to this contact page. And you can say I want to link in, you know, when it opens, you want to be in the same window or a new window, and you can also do that. And you can also control what it looks like on the mobile. You can say I want to use a main photo. Maybe you want to use a certain slide for mobile. You can do that as well. You can also adjust the mobile text colors. So all that is done under the content slider settings under slides. Okay, if you back up to general, you can control the height of the content slider if you want to make it taller. So you want to make it 500. We can do that. and then you can see that behind me it's scaled to 500 pixels tall. The photo will auto scale according to whatever we set it. It can be autoplay. We can have a certain delay on it. How many seconds we want to have a delay? Do we want it to slide or fade for the transition? How long do we want the transition to be? Do we want to show arrows on the left or right? We can also show the arrows on the left and right. Would we like to show dots under it? And you can see here, we've got dots under it as well. Okay. The advanced, you're probably not going to mess with too much. You can do some really neat things here. We'll save that for another day. But you can see you can adjust the content slider. And the content slider is what you want to use for editing the content slider area of the site. And that's basically how the home page editor works and how the content slider works.